Hello, my name is Gagandeep Singh. Today I'm going to explain lab number 2, configuring VMware ESXI. So ESXI is a hypervisor developed by VMware for deploying and serving virtual computers. So before configuring part, I'll tell you the steps how to install ESXI. So just go to your resource pool and just create a new virtual machine. And here you have to give the identification to your ESXI. I'm giving 3 because I've already created 3. Here you have to just select the location, and here you have to select the storage from where you're getting. I'm just selecting GC TLS. Next, operating system to the others, and version also the others. So here I have to select the network cards. I'm selecting 3 for my ESXI. Here you have to give the memory. You can give a memory according to your infrastructure you will be building, so how much memory you need. Like your host should have this much amount of memory so that you can create number of virtual machines under that. So I've already created for demonstration purpose. I'll just give 10 gigs and then 10 provisioning. So this is the settings I have given, and click on finish. In a few seconds your ESXI will be created, and go to the edit settings. Here you can just increase the number of CPUs if you want. For my ESXI I have given 4, and you can just add the ISO from the CD drive. So this is all the settings I have given. Click OK. So after the installation part, your ESXI will be like this. Then you have to operate this with function 2 button. So here you have to give the password, login name as root, and password, all the credentials which you will be giving while configuring the ESXI. You have to give here also to get logged in. So I have already given my credentials. So there you can see this is the opening wizard of ESXI. There are a number of options: configure password, configuring management network, then troubleshooting option, configure keyboard. So in configure password you can change your password if you want, and then configure management, here you just give an IP configurations. I have given static IP 10.0.0.41 and subnet mask and default gateway, and this is the DNS configuration. You have to give your DNS and your host name here so that it can be in your domain, and after that you can check that it's pinging or not with the test management network. This is my IP address of my server, so I'm just pinging with that. So it's pinging. So this is the configuration that you have to just do on the ESXI after installing this of the normal steps I have done here. And after that, the main part is to configure VMware ESXI. So for that I'll go to my DC. I have installed VMware vSphere client. From here our first step is to connect to the ESXI within vSphere client. So you just have to give an IP address of your ESXI, and then the username will be the same as the root, and the password. All the credentials will be same that you have given while configuring your ESXI. It's just a way that you connect it is VMware vSphere client. You get connected with that and you can do all the configuration here. So this is the opening wizard of my ESXI. So now I have to configure it. You can go to configuration panel. So now I'll just tell you about view the host hardware configuration. For this you just have to go to the processors. So you can see the model, the processor speed, each and everything will be here, and other information about your ESXI host processor. And you can go to the memory part to see the memory. Use the total physical memory, the memory used by the system, and the memory available for used by the virtual machine. Everything will be here. So basically, there's 2 panels, hardware and software. You will be having different information. So now I'll just tell you about the configure the DNS and routing information for an ESXi host. For this part, you have to just go to the software part, navigate to the DNS and routing part. So for all, I've done all the settings. Before you just have to do the setting, you just have to go to the properties part, and here in this part you just have to verify that each and everything is correct or not. If not, you can just edit it also. So I have when I have just opened this, I have just checked this, that Kagan and domain local, then my DNS server, and then routing part, my default gateway. I've just verified each and everything and clicked OK. So this will be an IPv6 warning. You just click yes. So this I have done in the DNS and routing information part. And now I will tell you about the configure an ESXi host as an NTP client. So first I will tell you what is an NTP client. NTP is a network time protocol. Is a client server application. Each workstation, a router or server must be equipped with the NTP client software to synchronize its clock to the network time server. So this is basically the brief idea about the NTP. For this, you just have to go to the software and then navigate to the time configuration. So now NTP client is running, but when I have installed, it was not running, it was stopped. So for that, you just have to configure it. You just go to the properties, and here you can just first know the time, and after that just enable the NTP client, and then go to the option and just select the startup policy, that will be start and stop with host, and then click your NTP settings, and then add your server IP address. I have already added 10.0.0.9, and then restart NTP service to apply changes. So this will apply the changes, all the updates will be done. So you can just enable this part. So now after this is the visit. So after that the service will be running. So this is all the configuration I have done in the ESXi host as an NTP client. And after that, I'll just tell you about the configure an ESXi host to use directory services. Basically, ESXi host can be configured to use directory services such as Active Directory to manage user. For this, you just have to go to the authentication services. So you can see it is in my domain. For that, you just have to go to the properties, and from the drop down list I have selected Active Directory, and here you can just write a domain name, and then there will be a button join domain. That's it. You have to just click this and you will be in the domain in a few seconds, and just click OK, and every information will be displayed here. So this is the configuration I have done for my ESXi. So I have just told you in this video, you can just learn how to install it and how to configure it. So thank you for viewing this video. Please provide your valuable feedbacks. Thank you.